The Bible does acknowledge and celebrate this kind of love, this romantic love. It is, in fact, one of several kinds of love. It's a wonderful book called The Four Loves, written many years ago, very helpful. Three of them are natural and one is supernatural. Four loves in the world. One is family love or affection. Another is friendship love, if you like. David spoke about that before Christmas. Another is romantic love, as we see here. Family love, friendship love, romantic love. And then over and above them all is that great love of God, that agape in the New Testament, that unconditional and free and forgiving love, that grace. All of them are gifts of God. Friendship, family, romance, and the wonderful love that we see in Christ. They're all gifts of God. But those natural loves, the ones we're calling natural loves, the family love, the family affection, the friendship, and the romance, desperately need the love of God behind them and underneath them and throughout them to keep them from becoming selfish and destructive. These other loves very quickly become corrupted. They can devour one another, if you like. Romantically, even in friendship or in families, things can go quickly wrong without the love of God. We see all of these loves in the Bible. We see the family love or family affection. Think of Abraham's love for his son Isaac, my son, my only son. He speaks of him so warmly, doesn't he, in Genesis 22, for example. We see friendship love. Many parts of the Bible, David and Jonathan, that wonderful friendship, that loyal covenant friendship they had with each other, that is described as greater than love that they might have had for a woman. Now, it wasn't sexual in any aspect, but it was a great friendship, even an intimate friendship without being sexual. And Jesus himself, in his humanity, certainly with Peter, James, and John, had special friendships, didn't he, with them, especially with John, who's called the disciple whom Jesus loved. And then outside of that group of the apostles, with Mary, Martha, and Lazarus, he loved to go to their home in Bethany and to be with them and to eat with them. Great friends of his. Friendship love, family love, romantic love, and then the wonderful love of God to fill them all. And here we have romantic love, very clearly, don't we, between Jacob and Rachel. Here it is in the Bible. Romantic love is a thing, isn't it? It's part of the human experience. We're created, we're designed, we're made for romantic love. All of us have probably been through it. We've felt it. It can be a great blessing. It can also be very complicated, as we see here in Genesis 29, very messy. But it is celebrated in the Bible in its goodness. God recognizes, God gave it. He recognizes the goodness of romantic love. There's a whole book in the Bible devoted to it. It's called Song of Songs or Song of Solomon. It's just after the Psalms. It's a whole book. I mean, it's not a huge book. It's 8 chapters long. But it is really about human romantic love. A pure love. It's a love song, really. Now, of course, romantic love, like every other relationship, is messed up by human sin and selfishness, as we so well know. But here in chapter 29, Jacob falls in love, doesn't he? We're told that in verse 18. Jacob was in love with Rachel. He fell in love with her. We don't know if it was love at first sight. It was a good first meeting, wasn't it, in those early verses? He impressed her, I think, with his care and help. But he is certainly in love with her by verse 18. And so much so that he offers Uncle Laban, her father, he offers to work for 7 years for her hand in marriage. To receive her hand in marriage, he will work for 7 long years, which I understand is about twice the going rate at that time. 3 to 4 years would have been normal. or expected around that time. I think we can say with confidence that Jacob was head over heels in love with this girl, besotted, hooked, whatever word you want to use. He offers 7 years instead of 3 or 4. One joke is, what's that funny feeling you get when you fall in love? Answer, that's common sense leaving your body. Maybe that was Jacob here. Maybe he'd sort of lost his mind over this girl. But he really wants her, doesn't he? So he takes no chances and he offers 7 years of hard labor.